Welcome into to the Steelers Talk mailbag. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. Today I get to answer your questions on the black and gold, and I love having these conversations with you guys because it's that two-way conversation. You guys have questions, I can provide answers, and I just love giving you guys an opportunity to get on the show and kind of put your questions in front of the rest of Steelers Nation here. So if you want a chance to get your question on a future edition of Steelers Talk, make sure you guys use hashtag Steelers down there in the comments section, or make sure you subscribe to the channel and join us for our weekly live shows on Thursdays starting at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Really do appreciate your guys' support. And with that, I'll pause and open it up for questions. Starting with six rings. Says, Cam Sutton is coming back, so what does that mean for Beanie Bishop? We actually talked about this on a couple of shows, earlier this week, 6 rings. And the honest answer that I have for you is I don't know. I trust Mike Tomlin to decide who's better for the defense. Cam Sutton provides a little bit more size, a lot of experience. But then again, if you stick with Beanie Bishop Jr., he's provided some turnover upside. He's had 3 interceptions his last 2 games. The players in the locker room really pull for him and really like him. I think that his eyes in zone coverage have been really good over the last 2 games. And also, if you have Beanie in the slot, that allows Cam to kind of play like a dime backer role and also be very solid depth. So if Dante Jackson gets hurt, if Joey Porter Jr., God forbid, gets hurt, you can just put Cam Sutton in there, and he's been a former number 1 outside corner for the Pittsburgh Steelers in this defense, right? And he's also tried out free safety a little bit during training camp. So he provides a lot of versatility. I trust Mike Tomlin to make the right call here, but I do expect Cam Sutton to be involved in some way, shape, or form as we move forward. Then we got one from Pokemon trainer Chris. What's up, Chris? Says, hey, Jack, what do you think that about Cooper Kupp going into the Steelers? I think he would be perfect. Listen, man, I think he'd be great too. I mean, I think that he could provide a lot of versatility to this Steelers offense. Right now, the Steelers, what they can do is kind of throw the ball down the field, and, Calvin Austin can get open from time to time. But they don't really have, Calvin's a legit separator, but getting another guy like that can line up outside, in the slot, and even in the backfield can really open up this playbook for Arthur Smith, and he can have the license to be a bit more creative. He's also one of the best run-blocking wide receivers in football. I know for a fact the Steelers are interested in him. So I guess we'll see if the Rams can pull out a victory this week. If they don't and they go to 3-5, look for Cooper Kupp trade rumors to get back hot before the deadline on Tuesday. Got one from Handy. Says, trade for Slayton now. I think the Steelers are going to be patient, Handy. I like Slayton too. If they traded for Darius Slayton right now, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I think he's a great fit. He can get down the field very efficiently. He's very fast for his size, and he separates down the field. What do the Steelers like to do? They like to throw the ball down the field. I think Slayton would be a perfect complement to George Pickens on the other side at the Z, and I think that he would be a great fit for the Steelers offense as a whole. So I'd probably offer a 5th-round pick for him, conditional 5th, something like that. I think the Steelers are going to be a little bit more patient to see if Cooper Kupp becomes available before the deadline, but if Cooper Kupp, Cortland Sutton, DK Metcalf, all the big names, the true number 1 guys are gone, I think Darius Slayton is probably first on their list in terms of the guys they'd give up a round 5 pick for. So shout out your guy down there in the comments section. Name a wide receiver the Steelers should trade for down there in the comments section. In just a second here, I'm going to talk about our sponsor today at Prize Picks. And while I talk about Prize Picks, find that pinned comment at the top of the comments section and answer today's pinned question. And with that, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Prize Picks, which is the best place to get real money sports action. Join over 10 million users and sign up today. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can even double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. And also, Prize Picks now offers Venmo for quick and easy deposits and withdrawals into your account this sports season. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday, or each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, guys, like the $50 bonus is guaranteed. You don't even have to win that promotion, or win that projection. That's $50 instantly when you use code CLNS after playing your first $5 lineup on the Prize Picks app today. Coming in from my man Kevin Reed says, do y'all think Calvin Austin III will have another return touchdown this season? And if so, how many? I like to think that he will. 1 or 2 is probably the number I'd put on it, Kevin. He has 1 through 8 games. I'd say probably I'd hope for at least 1 more with his dynamic ability to return kicks. But, it'd be nice to see 2 or maybe even 3 for the rest of the season if we're counting postseason as well. So he's an impact player. Get the ball to him in space, on offense, on special teams, whatever the case may be, because he's going to get open, and he is very, very dangerous with the ball in his hands. Going from my man Christian Andujar, who says the Commanders are frauds, Jack. They haven't played anyone good this year, but got manhandled by one of the good teams, a.k.a. Ravens. This game will be a test for the Commanders, not the Steelers. So I think it's going to be a test for both teams. I think it's going to be a test for the Steelers' defense a little bit, because it's like, they've faced some bad offenses lately. Let's face it, okay? Denver, Las Vegas, both New York teams, their offenses freaking stink. The Commanders have a top 3 offense in the league. So for anybody, that's still doubting the Steelers' defense, I don't know who's still doubting this defense, but if you are, this is going to be the game. Or if they can stop Jaden Daniels and they can really stymie that group, that's going to be the one where it's like, all right, this Steelers defense is truly, truly great this season. Then I think it's going to be a test for the Commanders' offense going up against the Steelers' defense as well. And, if the Steelers' offense, I honestly think the Commanders' defense is the worst defense Russell Wilson has faced so far this year. So if the Steelers can once again put up over 30 points with Russ under center, I think that the Steelers could absolutely win that game. Got one from Kenneth Leonard Sr. coming in here, says, did the Steelers make roster moves this week? Yeah, they just released Dylan Cook at the time of me filming this video. This video is going to go out later in the week. I'm filming this on Thursday, but they just released Dylan Cook when, Broderick Jones isn't playing all that well. What that points to for me is that they feel pretty good about Max Sharping and Spencer Anderson as kind of the backup swing tackle options on this team, and Calvin Anderson as well. I don't know, man. I like Dylan Cook. I don't know if I agree with that move. But that's pretty much what they've done this week. They also brought back Denijay here, the edge rusher is the person that they brought back on the practice squad. Kermit is my guy. Kermit, I hope you like your new sticker. Says, what position do we think we are taking in the first round? Draft a QB to sit behind Russ for a couple years. Not in the first round, I don't think, Kermit, because I think the Steelers, with their current trajectory, my best guess is that they're going to sign Russ to another contract. And they might even sign Fields to another contract if he can't find a starting position or at least a chance to start elsewhere. I think in the first round it's going to be offensive tackle. I hate to say it, but that's going to be another conversation we have. With Broderick playing as poorly as he is, wide receiver is going to be a discussion. There's other positions as well that we can talk about, but those are the first 2 that come to mind. If you're excited about the Pittsburgh Steelers this year, make sure you click that thumbs up icon and like today's show. We're super excited about the Steelers. I think they're a top 5 team in the National Football League as we sit here today. If you agree with that, or if you're just excited about this team in general for the first time in a while, it seems like, especially on offense, make sure you click that thumbs up icon right now and support the show. Going from Zachary Showers says, what are the chances we can get Garrett Wilson, Cooper Kupp, or Cortland Sutton? I would say the chances for Cortland Sutton and Garrett Wilson are relatively low, especially Wilson. They spent a very high draft pick on Garrett Wilson, and they want, even if they are going to be embracing a rebuild in the near future, Garrett Wilson is still a very young, very talented piece that they're going to want in their building. I think there's close to a 0% chance they trade Garrett Wilson before the deadline. Cortland Sutton, I'd put it at less than 5%. Because they're 5-3 right now, man. The Broncos are playing pretty good football, all right? So, taking away Bo Nix's number 1 target right now is just not a really good idea. So I don't think Cortland Sutton. And then Cooper Kupp, watch out for the Rams game this weekend. If they lose against the Seahawks, they're sitting at 3-5, and I think they open up trade conversations again. However, if they win this weekend, I think that Cooper Kupp is probably going to stay in LA. So let me know down there in the comments section. Predict the Steelers' final record for me down there in the comments section. For me personally, I think this team can get anywhere between 11 to 13 wins. It's just where I'm at right now. Pretty darn good, but let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. Appreciate your guys' support. Thanks to everybody that submitted questions this week. Thanks for making it to the end of today's mailbag. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And until next time, here we go, Steelers.